Live from the damaged rails of the monorail at Camp McCarran, this is the JD CAROTHERS Show, where health is chronically low, there is never enough AP, and the rad scorpions do not seem to lay eggs anymore. I'm your host, JD CAROTHERS, and yesterday we left off Skyrim. Lydia was an ineffective companion, so we went and got a Khajiit from Dawnstar. After killing several vampires, we were able to get his moon amulet. Now today, we're back at it again with Fallout, and today I have learned a new strategy that I will be trying to retrieve the Big Boomer. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Boomer. The Big Boomer. We're going to try to get it because I want the Big Boomer, and I'm going to get the Big Boomer. I don't want to kill old lady Gibson, though. So, we're going to try to get the Big Boomer without murder. It may or may not be possible. We'll have to see. But, anyway, you slice it. It is Fallout New Vegas time. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into the gosh darn gosh Fallout New Vegas. Alright, yeah. As is always the case, at this time of day, we are having some incredible technical difficulties. So we're going to see if we can't resolve these real quick. Nope. Does that change anything? Alright. Nope. Okay. Something going on with my headphones, ladies and germs. Perhaps this helps. Nope. Fantastic. Well, we're going to get started, but let me know in the chat if you can't hear the gameplay, because that would be definitely a negative. All right. But it looks like the mic's doing its job, picking up the audio. We're just not getting audio in the gosh dang headphones, but that's fine. Well, and it seems like there's no desktop audio to be spoken of. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I might be able to change this a little bit. Okay. Still nothing. Whatever. I mean, short of rebooting my computer, I don't know if there's a solution for this, so no game audio, I guess. We're just going to go for it. And I guess we'll have to see what happens. Still nothing. What was this over here? I feel like I saw. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Part of an airplane. Part of an aeroplane. How incredible. And I can go inside and it's an abandoned shack. And Eddie's like, hey, what's going on here? All right, we got a toilet. We got a turlet to drink out of. We got a box of detergent. We got a fire. We got a first aid box. And I'll take all that. Little bit of corn. Some scrappy electronics. Classic. A reloading bench. Lad's Life. Classic. Yeah, see, and then this is when I'm like, okay, we need buckshot. I'm going to make 46 rounds of buckshot. Now we're talking. And why not? Let's make a slug of 20 gauge. All right. The coin shot, I think, has been pretty effective, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay. Game audio is completely fricked, but it's what it is. That's just life sometimes in the big city. And short of rebooting the computer, I don't know what I can do to resolve it. There's got to be some type of setting that is just hidden somewhere. Well, we're getting the Rad Scorpion poison glands, but what I really want is the Rad Scorpion eggs for Red Lucy. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. Red Lucy's going to be angry with me. And then what am I going to do? I'm not going to get the gun that she has to give, right? No gun for me? That's not so fun. And chat, let me know if you're also not hearing the video game audio, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with it, but I mean, it's one of those things that just does not seem to want to be fixed. I wonder if it's a setting in the game itself. No? Not seeing it. Not seeing it, chat. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. All right, give me 3 minutes. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again in 3 minutes. Okay. You started Dead Money and you already got Dog. That's impressive. I'm impressed. Okay, so this might actually solve my problem. Maybe it's possible, but it doesn't seem to be. Had to nuke through the Brotherhood quest line in order to, or for Veronica, so now I got power armor training too. Yeah, you're doing a little better than me, it would seem, Enclave, because I don't have power armor training. Because I'm a freaking doofus, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, Enclave. Thank you for being here. Great to have you. Let me see, man. I am just if it's not my gosh dang headphones, it's the gosh dang desktop audio. And of course, my desktop audio is not working. For whatever reason, it's not coming through to my headphones. And it's not playing on the. It's like there is no audio, but like I have the game. Like, okay, so here's me launching Fallout New Vegas, and it should be playing the intro song. Right, and I'm debating rebooting the computer because that might solve it. Sometimes that solves it, but then to reboot the computer, we gotta end the stream, and if I end the stream, then It's a whole freaking thing. So I'm just not sure. Zhang, you're doing the Fallout mod for HOI 4. What's HOI 4? I'm sure I've heard of it. HOI. Hilden's Hidden Intersect. I might punch it a few times. I don't think it's the game. I think it's my computer. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Because OBS is saying that my mic is doing okay. There's just no desktop audio. Which doesn't make any sense. You know? Ooh, build mass with sass. That's always a good choice. Building the mass with the sass, ladies and gentlemen. See, and here I am, and you would think that when I go, you would think when the shotgun goes, and bah, that would produce some noise, but I'm not hearing it, I'm not seeing it, and the game ain't doing it. Bah, and bah. Oh shoot, where's my ammo? Okay. Number 4 buck. You're dead because you're dead. I hate Scorpy. I hate Scorpy. I kill Scorpy. Where are the eggs? I need the eggs. I need the scorpion eggs. Scorpion eggs. Hearts of Iron 4. See, now I've never heard of Hearts of Iron 4, but thank you for letting me know that my mic is in fact working. You guys can't hear the video game though, right? I think we might have to reboot because I think that the video game with no audio is kind of cringe. Oh my gosh, James was right. And Stayback is pretty funny. Okay, where are the scorpion eggs? Give me the rad scorpion eggs. I need them. I need the rad scorpion eggs for Red Lucy. Ooh, look at this. Pile of rad scorpion eggs. And a mercenary with 16 bottle caps. I love that. Crunchy mutt fruit. I'll take it. And the dirty brown water. And the agave fruit. And the rebound. And I don't need any of this other junk. What? Giant rad scorpion. Nah. I ain't even worried about these freaking things. I ain't afraid of no nerds. Freaking nerds. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Right between the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Right between the eyes. Bah. Oh, whoa. What was that? Rad scorpion guts? We're doing it. We're doing it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. What if there's a way for me to like maintain the stream uptime and reboot the computer? Like, I don't know, hand off the stream to my phone or something so I can like go just chatting for a minute and then come back. Look at all these rad scorpions. Nice. We're getting them. We're doing the job. And Stayback is pretty good. It's pretty effective, I will say. So we're wanting to get the big boomer because it's like the sawed-off, which you guys all know is my very favorite gun in this game. My very favorite gun in this game is the sawed-off, also known as the shawed-off, also known as the sword-off. And if I get the big boomer, it's like a 1.2 times whatever damage you get with the regular sawed-off. Oh, Cazador. Ganon, you ruined the fun. You piece of garbage. I hate Cazador. I hate Cazador. Hate these freaking things. I no like them. But that's okay, because Eddie's killing them for me. Oh, there's a guy over here. Good. I better loot his corpse. Oh, there's a crow, too. Brahmin skin outfit. Bro had nothing. He had nothing! Hey, what is this over here? Another person? Another person in a settler outfit? Whoa. Looks like the Cazadors may have gone a bit hog wild. We're gonna save scum a bit. We're gonna hit the little F5 quick save. And the Cazadors are just doing their thing over here. Oh, shoot. How'd he get me, dude? I got the 12 gauge. We got him. We got him. We got him. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need the volume on the game. Freaking piece of garbage, dude. Hate these things. I'm guessing there's some Cazador eggs over here, which might be worth having. Crows picking through the... Okay, well, Fiend doing their things. So this is just a travesty, you know. Great cons. It's a mess. I feel like Ed Tom Bell coming across the freaking the nightmare in Sanderson Canyon, man. At least 20 dead. Oh, hell's bells, Sheriff. This is a right mess, ain't it? Well, if it ain't a mess, it'll do until a mess gets here. I'll tell you that much. We got great cons. We got Mexican dope runners. Missing dope, missing money. 20 dead. Empty whiskey bottle. I don't need it. Abraxo. Okay, we gotta get this freaking game fixed. I'm just gonna hit that F5 to save it. Because I cleared out the dang Cazadors. And I'm going to quit the game, exit game. We'll be back in it in a moment. But I wonder if maybe it's Steam or... It's got to be something desktop related. Right? It's like I have to imagine it's some type of setting on my desktop that is not allowing sound through. Is that any better? Whoa, okay, hold on. Seems like maybe we got something. Okay. And now let's fix it. Sorry again, guys, for this. This is kind of annoying, but do we have it? We do not have it. Okay. But we're almost there. We're resolving something. Okay. Here we go. That sounded like the headphones were turning on. And we are muted. Okay. And here it is. Oh, okay. So that's one thing. Now we got to put it on the headphones. Can we put it on the headphones, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to try to turn that off. Okay. I'm sure this is the most exciting thing you've ever seen, guys. Is me fiddling around with my headphones. But that's, you know, part of the game, ain't it? Part of the game. We did it. Okay. I think we're there. I don't know why. I don't know why it took 17 tries, and there it is. Do you guys have it now? Maybe it was just me. but I think we've got it. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if the sound is back up. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe the sound was never down for you guys. It was just down for me, but golly. It certainly affects my timing when I can't hear the game. I bet those Cazadors would have been scarier if I could hear the game. Okay, we're gonna get them. I should go to RepCon. See if we can relaunch or something. Okay, now let's see. Is there anything else over here? Like any animals or enemies or anything that I can go fight? Ugh. Jump it. Alright, we're gonna reload, restream. Wait, it's not. Zhang, you said it's not working? Still? You're not getting audio no mo? Because now I'm getting the audio. Are you getting the... Are you getting my... Oh. Oh. Where are they? Where are the dang creatures? The most cursed stream I've ever done. What, is Vault 22 out here or something? It's so green. Let's get a little mutt fruit here. A little barrel cactus. Barrel cactus fruit. Okay. Audio's working. Awesome. Yes! Thank you, Zhang. That makes me very, very happy. Sorry, guys. It looked at me in a threatening manner. I wasn't sure what to do. Where am I? What is that over there? Sometimes I wonder if I'm wasting this ammunition. But, oh my gosh. That's a lot of them. Got a good spread, though. Blast them, that's for sure. Sometimes we do the old blasting, and then it's blasting time. Okay. I saw something over here that looked a bit intriguing. Because it looked interesting. It looked interesting. Turn your pockets out real quick. Turn your pockets out. Turn your pockets out. What is in your pocket? Okay. Big Horner. I guess it was the Big Horner. What is this place, man? Oops. Sometimes you just gotta mind your own business. See, I'm just minding my own business. I'm just doing my thing, walking around, doing my own thing. And these animals keep attacking me out of nowhere for no reason. Like, just straight up attacking. And I don't even... There's no loot in that whole destroyed house. This is lame. This is the worst place ever. I regret coming here. There's nothing to do, nothing cool to get, but that's okay because we're gonna go get the what's it called from there we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, if they're gonna aggro me, they're gonna be gone. Oh, the calves don't aggro. Oops. Playing a little bit evil, you know. I'm not trying to. For the most part, I'm minding my own business. These bighorners, they just don't like it if you get too close. What is that up there? Doesn't look like a plant. Oh, what do we got? Is that a person? You guys see that over there? Some geckos. Some geckos. We will be blasting the geckos to the bottom of the depths. Goodbye, Gek. Adios, Gex. Fire gecko hide. I gotta, like, make something out of that or something like that. Need, like, survival to be better. Go to workbench. I've got hide. Because in Skyrim, I skin the bears. I get the leather. I use the leather to make things. In Assassin's Creed Black Flag, too. I play Fallout, and I'm like, what is leather worth, dude? Why? Okay, I have Bloody Mess enabled. I don't know why it's not, like... why it's not doing the job, you know? This has been a somewhat fun walk around the Mojave. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. He said the thing! He said the thing from the game in the show! Okay, here we go. I don't know about y'all, but I was not a big fan of that. Oh, hello, Howard. Hello, hello. Hi, hello, Howard. How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Kapow, kapow is correct. We got the 12 gauge. We got the big old boom, boom 12 gauge, but it is not the big boomer. So, we got to get the big boomer, right? Come on, guys. What are they doing? What do they think? You think they could aggro me? I'm the aggro king. Didn't I already smoke this chick and bring her head back to the NCR and loot this place? Yeah. I guess the dogs respawn or something. Well, whatever, I guess. So then I must be in South Vegas, basically. Okay. Alright, I gotta go to Old Lady Gibson's scrapyard. The map, use of the map is so different on Skyrim, it really mixes me up when I am trying to use the map in Skyrim. I get all messed up, man. Okay, Old Lady Gibson.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging...
So I'm gonna wait until it's nighttime, and then she's gonna be asleep, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pickpocket the ammunition off of her. She should unequip the weapon, and I should be able to get it. This is apparently how you do it without murder. And that's what I would like to do. Murder-free. No murdering around here. Whoa. What do we got there? Posture check. I got the... It's literally crazy. Chat. It's crazy. Oh. That was close. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay. So we're going to do a posture check. No XQC posture in here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. For you, hello Howard, I'm going to move my desk up a little bit. I got one of them standing desks so I can like bring it up a bit. It's a little bit hard though sometimes, you know, to sit upright while I'm playing Fallout. Fallout kind of puts you in a hunchy mood. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if things go haywire, we've always got the explosive option. Anytime I choose to find it. So we steal the ammunition. Was that me? Well, I was just trying to steal something. I don't know, guys. Okay, listen, before you decide that it wasn't worth it, okay, before you decide, it's not worth it, sawed-off shotgun, 7.7 times 14, right? Big boomer, 9.3 times 14. That's a big increase, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just be okay with having a sawed-off 12 gauge? and not get the better gun? I tried to do it the peaceful way. She didn't want peace. She wanted war. She wanted battle. Right, ladies and gentlemen? So what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to not defend myself? A hunting shotgun? I don't even think I have that on me right now. I do have the hunting revolver, though. Alright, Eddie, this is pretty bad, but I think we can get away with it. Okay, first things first. Let's get that junk shut off. No radios on ever near me ever since... I mean, it's open season now. I can take everything I want. Toolbox, you know. What is this? Motorcycle gas tank. That seems pretty cool. A sensor module. If she would have sold it, I would have bought it. And that's the craziest part. Is unfortunately I don't think she would have been willing to sell it. Is there not something I can make with leather? Do I have to make it somewhere else? Do I have to know how to... Right, yeah, look at this. I got gecko hides, but I can only make golden gecko hide belts. I grabbed a gecko hide, did I not? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, chat. This is ridiculous. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, fire gecko hide 2. Do I need... Is this... I need to, like, upgrade or something? Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll make a couple belts, I guess. What are they worth? $0. Awesome. I made 12 leather belts. I'll make a dog hide belt, too. Because I can't make literally anything else. Use the hunting shotgun? I would like to. But I don't have it. So I'm going to have to use this. Alright. Oh. Do you think these dogs are going to be nice if I try to just walk by? Me neither. It's nothing personal. It's a sad situation. We can revert the save though. It's fine. I kind of wanted to see how it works, but whatever. I'll revert the save. And if we can't do it on this one, I wonder what my walk or pickpocket is right now. I guess it's just sneak, huh? 17. That's so low.
Looks like playtime's over.
You like...
I didn't kill her. That was Boone. Okay, fine. Listen, we will revert the save, and we'll skip it right now, but you guys have to understand that if you're ever wondering why doesn't he have the boomer, the big boomer, it's because I'm deciding to do the right thing here and not kill her. I need higher sneak. No, it's not the weapon. Oh, yeah, well, apparently if you steal her ammo, she'll unequip it, and you can just pick it up. That's what I've heard. I definitely need higher sneak. That's no doubt there. Playing Skyrim reminds me that I need to be a rogue. The only way to play any video game is using sneak. Whoa. Empty Nuka-Cola bottle. Alright, it's time for the hunting revolver, and I'm going to go do something fun. I don't know what, though. I need to definitely kill some legionaries. Sir, finishing this fight, sir. Big mean green machine, what are you doing on that Covenant spaceship? Halo 2, baby. What enemies are nearby? Oh, the enemies over here. The most dangerous game of all? Mole rats. Oh, is it Vitajex time? Ladies and gentlemen, this show's brought to you by Vitajex. Vitajex makes you young and spry. Vitajex puts it in your eye. Vitajex will make you feel like a young man again, give you the strength of 10 men. Side effects may include... Sorry, I had to drink my coffee there. This is bad timing. Alright. So I think that... Boone's got some stuff going on here. Speaking of, my coffee's getting cooler. One thing that I like to do is, if my coffee gets too cold, I drop a couple of Vitajex in there, and there's actually an exothermic reaction, believe it or not. And the coffee heats right up. It's pretty incredible. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't know about Vitajex, but it does have exothermic reactions with fluids, which is one of the reasons you should not ever take Vitajex with any fluid within the same 24-hour period. That includes, of course, water, coffee, alcohol, any type of fluid, soda, Nuka-Cola. These things will have an exothermic reaction, and they will burn a hole in your stomach. And, of course, hello, Howard. Thank you for reminding me. Common side effects and sometimes fatal side effects may include pain in finger. My left index finger is no longer... I want to say it's no longer broken. I want to say your dog is dead. How do I get in here? There's, like, no entrance. Oh. Did I just walk around Gibson's scrapyard for like 10 minutes? Literally nothing worth having here. Nothing at all. Just garbage. Alright, we're gonna fast travel. Where was I fast traveling before? Oh, I gotta go to the Thorn, I guess. But yeah, I want to say that my index finger is no longer broken. It's still a bit swollen. But honestly, it doesn't really hurt anymore. I can bend it almost all the way. When I try to bend it all the way, it does, like, there's a little resistance there. It's not so much that... Ridiculous that the Thorn is closed and my stream is not. But, you know, what can we do about it, right? I cannot. You watch Smiling Friends Enclave? Because Mr. Boss does that in Smiling Friends, and it's pretty funny. It's all... and he bends his finger backwards, and he's like, I'm going to go to the hospital. I know it might not have looked like it, but what I just did to my finger hurt really bad, and I think it might be permanently damaged. Sure. Can you give me a second? Alan. We are so effed. Okay. Sierra Madre armor. No, I don't want to drop the Sierra Madre armor. I want to give it to Boone. Make Boone carry it.
Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
But you are a pack Brahmin, Boone. Or you're not Boone. Arcade Ganon. My goodness. Boone's been dead for a long time. But I miss him every day. Oof. This video game. Maybe not. Just gonna turn the volume down a touch. It's a little bit loud in my ears. A little bit loud in my ears. Alan, you did it. That's a little version of me. I want you to have it. I don't really want this. Alan, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Okay. Mr. Boss, is that okay? Look, man. I gave it to you.
The wind's changing.
I don't know, man. I gave it to you. But, like, if you don't want it, man. Alan Adventure was such a good...
Welcome back, Stanley.
Such a good episode. He finally gets the box. And oh, do I? Sure. Can you give me a second? Mr. Boss is so funny. In episode 1, when the Bliblies are taking over, and he's like, guys, quiet down. He's playing for like CS:GO or something. Oh my gosh.
Do you have good news for the Thorn?
rad scorpion
Good
eggs.
work, stranger.
There you go. Yeah, hey.
The thorn will nurture these eggs.
You give me
until
that
their
gun, right?
hatchlings are ready to bleed for us.
Okay.
Here's a compensation for your service.
Give me more
I
money.
trust that we're in
I want more
agreement over it.
caps. I was planning on helping you get the deadlier creatures, but not without a raise.
You are proving your worth to the thorn.
That's what I thought.
I hope these extra caps are sufficient to demonstrate my fairness.
Oh. If you've
I missed
seen
the part where that's my problem.
yeah, give me more caps. Is there anything else I can do to help the thorn?
Bring me a dozen fire gecko eggs.
Oh, good.
This great challenge will earn you a...
Okay. Well, tell me where to
Fire
find them.
geckos are among the wasteland's most dangerous
No, they're
creatures.
not. I got a 12
Near
gauge.
the Iritiba Peaks lies a nest where you may find their egg.
Okay. Well, I'll go get them for you.
So
So long, stranger. We're not strangers anymore. We're best friends. Okay. If you've seen the most recent season, I've got a... I thought that the episode in which Charlie calls out sick was a very well done episode. I thought it was a lot of... I thought it was a lot of gratuitous violence, Charlie. Pib. I know it's our job to help this guy and stuff, but honestly, I think he's a lost cause. So why don't we just go ahead and get out of here and just let what happens happen? Nonsense, Charlie!
have you seen that tower on the strip
Yeah.
all lit up?
I love that show, man. I've watched Psychic Pebbles since like day one. Back in, maybe not day one. I didn't watch like Oni plays, but I used to watch. I used to watch a bunch of like Leo and Satan and the Hellbenders, and of course when Psychic Pebbles. I think honestly, I watched Psychic Pebbles back in 2012 when he did Coney 2012, because my English teacher was like, "You guys need to watch this video," and she showed us the Coney 2012 video, and she's like, "This is something that if you have money to donate to charity, you should give to this charity." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. The invisible children, this is a problem." And then I saw Psychic Pebbles video. It's like, how can you help? Build schools. You could give money to people who help develop these developing communities. Just kidding. That's effing stupid and not going to help anyone. What you should do is buy our $10 box of useless garbage. And there's like a big gigantic guy, and he's like, Coney 2012. Coney 2012.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
What? What? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little bit of a problem here. I'm a little confused. Wait a minute.
All
Wait a
you
minute.
need is one ranger protecting the monorail. You don't even need to feed him that much. They'll get it done. Hey,
Trying to remember how to like. I can't remember Z. I think no. Okay, well, I guess if I can't remember it, I can't remember it. That's wild though. That's wild. Him and me, and I got arcade and the Enclave stuff. Binoculars. I've got binoculars. All right. Well, here we are, overlooking the valley, and let's get the anti-material rifle going on. Oh, dude, Caesar's Legion.
What a shame.
Come on. Ah, dang it. Gosh dang. I need to take steady or something. Got him. Took a couple rounds, but I got him. Shunned? Oh no. Caesar's Legion doesn't like me. I just killed a spy, dude. Dead fire gecko. I feel like the more fire geckos we take care of from up here, the better my life will be when I get down there, right? But just because there's absolutely no way it goes well, I'm going to switch it up. To the 12 gauge. What does he have? Wow, Brock flower, barrel cactus fruit, 357 rounds, 357 case. Cowboy repeated, Legion denarius. That is one thing I need for the 12 gauge coin shot. So that makes me happy. That makes me very happy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Charlie, I can see you on Steam right now. Yeah, Mr. Boss, I'm just not feeling really good. Oh. Psychic Pebbles definitely is one of the... Oh, dude. That's crazy. Watch this. Oh, evasive action. Running like a coward. Running like a coward. Oh, no, I'm hated by Caesar's Legion. Yeah, well, it was always on site for me, so doesn't bug me. Doesn't bother me none. You put it on in the background. Oh, you put it on in your headphones while you watch me play the game and listen to Oni plays as if they're talking over it. I used to have this late or early morning, late night job where basically between work hours I would clean a church, and I would just listen to, a lot of times I'd listen to Oni plays or like compilations where it's like Zach telling stories compilations, Zach hypotheticals compilations. Tobar, listen, Tobar. Wait, Tobar, listen. If there was like an alien, Tobar, that like came into your window in the middle of the night and talked to you, it was like, would you tell anyone? He's like, Zach, what the heck are you talking about? It's like, no, but would you tell anybody, Tobar? No, but seriously, Tobar, would you tell anyone? I don't even know what. And then back in the day, back in like 2018, I used to watch Sleepy Cabin. Those were some good old days. Rough times, but they got me through it. Tough times. But you know, I don't know rough times. But I like to. It was some of the roughest stuff I've gone through, but I don't think it was really that rough. I mean, some people, you know, beat addictions and you know, having one parent or a grandparent raise them or something. So I didn't have anything like that. But I like to listen to Corey Spaz Kid talking about the water people over in Pennsylvania at the Wawa. The people that, no, it's the people that drink the water. They get, like, it eats their brain or something. It's like, alright, dude. I'm the Tomar? Yeah, probably. Ah. Good lord. So the 12 gauge isn't working very well here. The water people, yeah. I just remember looking that up, and I'm like, the water people? What are water people? And he's like, no, my mom said it's the people who drink the water, because the water's, like, not good. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's true. I mean, you go to Flint, Michigan, it's like, you light the water on fire. They got sulfur water, they got egg water. It reminds me of,
Looks like break time's over.
If you're familiar with MDE, reminds me of Charles Carroll's fresh tap water. Charles, are you serious that this is how they make municipal tap water? Oh yeah, no. Like if you go to any like any city, you know, you go to Flint, Michigan, anything like that, you're gonna find they got egg water, they got fire water, you know, they got sulfur water. You know, and one thing that happens is if you get a lot of men, and like they pay a lot in taxes, but like even the roads don't get fixed. What'll happen is sometimes they'll go out in the streets and riot and like flip over police cars and sometimes even kill politicians. And I hate that. So that's why I always put estrogen, one birth control pill in every concoction I make. He's like adding it to the tap water. That was pretty funny. Am I supposed to go like up this mountain or something? It looks like it. It is real in some capacity. That doesn't surprise me. Oh, I can hear Corey talking. I think it was Corey who was talking about the water people. I can hear him talking about it. Back of my head right now. No, it's the water people. Like within his whiny voice. Ooh. What is over there? Am I missing something? Here I am at the peak. So now what am I supposed to do? Supposed to go this way? Did I already loot this gecko? Yes, I did. I appreciate that it tells me it's empty. I wonder if in survival mode it doesn't do that. You go to Flintstone, Michigan, you will find a smidgen of humanity, but until then, we only see the beasts. Oh, man. Flintstone, Michigan. It's called Flint, and they got Flint in the water. So, like, it really shouldn't. I feel like people get really upset, but it's like, of course. Of course. No, duh. Did you guys see that thing, like, a year ago about Camp Lejeune having, like, the most disgusting water, and, like, their water purification system wasn't working or something? I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like Fallout in real life. And the Marines there are like, please kill me. There's no water. We had to buy bottled water at the store. Would iron be bad? Is iron bad for you? Does iron do poison for you? Where am I supposed to be? Okay, I'm gonna go to Lucky Jim Mine. Ooh. What is this? Oh my gosh. Why can't I frickin'... Oh my goodness. What enemies? This is so annoying. When it stains the water. It's over here staining up the water. Disgusting. Alright. I'm just glad we got the audio fixed. I didn't even know what was going on, man. Speaking of fixed audio. What was that sound? Cazador? Ah, oxidizing iron. That sounds like rust. Rust not so good for drinking. You get the tetanus. Gannon, I appreciate your support, but bro, I need you to let me blast them with the 12 gauge. Alright, here we go. Here we go. He had a varmint rifle? I ain't no varmint. I'm a cold-blooded killer. I'm gonna use that stim pack because I don't have health. Or maybe I'll eat the food. A little crunchy mutt fruit, little dog meat, little fancy lad snacks, little fixer. Okay. And then I'm gonna fast travel. To the gosh dang Lucky Jim Mine. Okay. Here I am. Here is a fire gecko. And I feel like I'm supposed to be going this way, right? Like up here. Kapow Kapow is correct. Hello, Howard. Ugh. What just wore off? Fixer? Well, I didn't actually need the fixer, so... Well, at least we have a little more health. Here we go. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Huh? What is that from? Oh, that's not a bad song. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It sounds like a Kanye West song because of the huh at the end. Is that Runaway? Because I've never heard the actual words. But I will tell you this. And I always find something wrong. You've been putting up with my stuff just way too long. Where are these dang geckos? I'm getting real tired of this. They're up on that. Okay, we gotta go somewhere else because they're like. Let's go to Nelson and see if we can't like backtrack it through here. Donkey Kong. That makes a lot of sense that there was a monkey rap then. Well, there were mongrel. Not no mo. Not no mo mongrel. Dude, new Legion recruits. Okay. Let's see. Healing powder, dirty water, Brock flower, and can I? No, I don't want that. I just want. Yeah, we're going bowling. Okay. Boon. Or Arcade. I need you to carry something for me. Arcade, can you carry this? Can you carry this? Do I throw it? Try to throw it. I don't know if I was successful. I don't think I've heard the DK rap. Is that when he's trying to... Dang it. I hate frag mines, dude. Is that when he's trying to beat King K. Rool to get the she Donkey Kong to love him? And King K. Rool is like rapping? Because it sounds familiar. I think they did a TV show for a little bit back in the day. But I never watched it. Uncultured Schwein from Donkey Kong 64. And see, now that's a problem because I've never played Donkey Kong 64. I've only played Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo DS. They did do the TV show, but the song in that one was different. It was the and of course I'm right back where I did not want to be, I think. I just need to... Am I going the wrong way for this junk? Okay. Well, it's like I always say. The Diddy dropped because K. Rool was holding Diddy over a hole. Hold it now, hold it now, hold it right there. You wouldn't drop, couldn't drop. You wouldn't dare. That's a good rap right there. I still don't understand who Diddy Kong is. Donkey Kong's cousin. I just remember Diddy Kong Racing looked fun, and then I got it, and I was like, this game sucks. Because I already had Mario Kart. Diddy Kong Racing is like top 10 greatest anime betrayals of all time. There's a cave hole that I keep missing. Okay, is it this? No, that's not a hole. That's a wall. Thought you just made a P. Diddy joke, but I remembered about Diddy Kong. I'll make P. Diddy jokes, I just don't, you know. I don't think I can make a good one about Donkey Kong without getting banned from Twitch, so I gotta chill on that stuff. I'll tell you this right now. Diddy Kong Racing was not a very good game. But, P. Diddy Racing. Hey! Joel ever makes a video on it. It's really funny. Who's Joel? Joel Haver makes a video on it. On Diddy Kong Racing? Or on the Donkey Kong rap? Or the Diddy rap about... We're looking for the fire gecko eggs for Red Lucy, and we are officially stuck. And apparently I've walked past it several times. I'm making you feel old by doing what? Mentioning Diddy Kong Racing for the DS, or mentioning the DS and you're like, I was too old for a Nintendo DS when they came out. I had a Game Boy back in the day, and then I got a Game Boy Advance. I never had a colored because that was a little before my time. But I had a Game Boy Advance, and then, which by the way, they absolutely changed the game on handheld video games with the Game Boy Advance. Then I got a Game Boy SP. Other side of the mountain. Basically, I'm Monkey. But you see, Diddy Kong is a monkey. So then I need to go to Nelson. Video about the rap. I think I've seen some Joel Haver stuff before. I think I'm somewhat aware. Bro, what is that? Is that cram? Potato crisps? I will take that. Pack of cigarettes? I will take that. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow I have a special little treat for y'all. And I'm debating telling you exactly what it is, because I wonder if maybe the surprise is going to be beneficial. Flour, nice. And all the things I could ever want inside the refrigerator. Awesome. How about the trash can? Do we have anything in the garbage can? No, we don't. This is a barracks if I've ever seen one. The real DK. Who's the real DK? What am I, encumbered? What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? This is ridiculous. Ooh. I guess that's what's going on. Okay. Arcade, Eddie, I need you to carry some things. Yeah, I know. Take the anti-material rifle. I don't need it right now. I got the 12 gauge. Best gun in the game. Joel Haver. What an interesting feller. Let's see, what did I watch recently? You guys heard of... Let me just give you like all my favorite YouTubers and funny guys. He's a funny guy. Obviously, Sam Hyde, classic stuff. You know, they got Fish Tank. They got Perfect Guy Life. They got Nick Rochefort and Charles Carroll, which a long time ago, Charles Carroll was the man. He was my go-to, my very favoritist. And then I kind of started to see the value in Sam Hyde. He really is arguably one of the greatest comedians of our time. And then, you know, after that, Nick Rochefort, I just realized, is probably one of the funniest guys alive. You know, and what, you know, he's particularly funny.
This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes
when
from
he's
Nelson.
Almost seems like he's not trying to be. And maybe he is, but... The name's JD CAROTHERS, brother.
My apologies.
Yes.
But that name and face ain't ringing the old school bell upstairs.
What?
Afraid I can't let you through until the situation is resolved.
Ladies and germs, I might have to kill this guy.
Fair enough. It's not like any of the troopers around here are jumping up to volunteer.
This is absolutely
If you
ridiculous.
had a few dozen doses of Psycho on you, maybe we could pep those weepy troopers into charging down into Nelson and taking back the camp. But since that's not likely, you could help me take out the Legion's trooper hostages.
Yeah. Take it. What did you just say? Take out the hostages? Take out the hostages? What hostages? Is this a war crime?
The troopers won't go down into camp with their comrades at risk. Dirty game the Legion likes to roll out whenever they get a chance. Problem is, Ranger Milo doesn't want to play.
What the
If we
frick?
take out the hostages, they've got squat for leverage.
Bro, guys, are we about Are we about to do something so immoral, so wrong, so vile? Bro, I'm going to be on the Vile Eye video next week, analyzing evil, JD Carruthers. What the heck, dude? We got to kill our own men.
Back at Ranger School, they taught us not to run headlong into a battle when you're outnumbered 10-1.
Oh, back at Ranger
Want to
School?
go down there and try to haul those crippled boys off those poles? You're dumber than you look.
I guess let's
Good.
do it.
We clear out the hostages, they lose their advantage. They're down in a clearing, crucified on some telephone poles. Cover you from the ridge. Just make it quick. These boys should be put out of their misery, not plinked to death with some old varmint rifle. And don't get any dreamy notions about playing the hero and dragging these boys out. You'll get swarmed. Now let's go.
I ain't worried about getting swarmed. Arcade, Eddie, we got some stuff to do, ladies and gentlemen. So James, the plan for today, I'm going to end up on Live Leak. Yeah. The plan for today, James, is that we are going to, we were going to get Big Boomer, but now we're just trying to get the gun that Red Lucy gives us. Because she seems extensively interested in the quest line. Back in your own backyard, kill the NCR hostages. I will not be doing that. But I will go down there and I will kill everybody else. I will kill all the Legion because I hate the Legion. I'm as anti-Legion as they come. Okay, so some other YouTubers that I think are pretty great. We got Almost Friday. That's a little bit of a comedy troupe, a little improv group. They're pretty funny. They've got some good videos. Some of their videos are a little bit belabored, in my opinion, where I'm just like, this joke could have been over 20 minutes earlier. But a lot of their videos are top 10 funniest moments. Hey, you're about to be on Live Leak. Hey, this is about to be a top 10 anime betrayals. Hey, no. Eddie, you better not be about to shoot this guy. But now instead, look what we're going to do. Look what we're going to do. I gotta kill the mongrel, but I don't have the ammunition. I said we do not have the capacity. Kill it with fire. That's what I always say. Kill it with fire. It makes sense that I can save the hostages because the camp is cleared. I've killed all the Legion. Several times over, by the way. I'm not going to kill the hostages, dude. It's just not going to happen. I don't have a very high medicine, though. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter, James. How'd it go? You do an egg hunt or anything? I don't know.
I've heard that the Securitrons are nastier than ever.
Hey, you guys know anything? Oh, I'm talking to Eddie? Okay. Alright.
Those Legion elite troops are bad blood.
Let's go. Look at that. I saved the hostages. Bro wanted me to kill them. I think he's trying to hide something. I think he wanted to call in an airstrike to cover his sins. You right? You guys feel me? Which is a war crime for sure. The name is JD Carruthers, and the game is rescuing your troopers, you freaking garbage soldier. That guy sucks. I would never want to be one of his men. Oh, yeah? He did it. Yeah, he's killed Deputy Beagle. Is he done with dead money? James? Because if he's... I have to imagine he's quit dead money.
Bad blood.
Where's that dork? Hey, you piece of garbage. What are you doing over there? I rescued all those guys. Spend some time with family. That's awesome, man. I did the same. I was on the fence about joining, but I was like, my whole family got together, and I was like, it's probably going to be a nice time. And What a nice time it was. We had brisket. That was pretty delicious. And then when I got home, I drank some more of that mead.
Me and Carmine. That's my repeater here. We'll do our best to cover you from this ridge. Good luck.
I'm done, dude. What are you talking about? Good luck. They're over there, you idiot. Do I need to go kill them now?
Howdy. What's the word?
The word is I rescued the hostages, you piece of garbage.
I have to admit, I didn't think you could do it. Guess that makes me the sap and you the hero.
Automod, what did I do?
Let me
check.
Here's something for the effort, and I'll make sure everyone hears about what you
Wow.
did. Thanks.
Yeah, he resorted to murder right away. Alright, what's going on here? Yes, they did flag coward. I have automod on like super aggressive, so it like looks for bullying language, and I guess coward is coward makes sense as a little bit of bullying language, but it's I mean, I'm gonna fix it. We'll take a break here in a minute. Once this loser. Hey.
Howdy. What's the word?
I do think it's kind of funny that my stream is what my stream is, and my chat is like the automod flags coward and the F word and stuff. It's like yesterday we were talking about how the painter invaded Poland, and it's like, yeah, sorry, you can't say coward in this stream. Do you have time for a few questions, bro? Yeah, what happened here?
Troopers tried moving down from Forlorn Hope because we got this big gap between there and Searchlight.
Yeah.
Turns out we took our sweet ass time setting up.
Spread too thin.
The Legion managed to hop over the Colorado and attack before things. Nope, I'm just the only ranger around.
Oh,
The rest
okay.
of the kids here are troopers, inexperienced, outnumbered, and under-equipped.
Who's in charge though?
There's Novak due west.
Yeah, I know
Just
that.
look for the Big Lizard. They got some decent. The 188's north.
Okay, he's giving me like very early game garbage. Oh man, I just missed some dialogue that I feel like maybe is important. It's like when you skip dialogue and you're very confused.
We'll see about that. Get some.
It would seem I made a bad choice. What could be more appropriate than a man in Enclave armor gunning down the entire... It's not even a unique gun. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. The Alex Jones reference. Is that an Alex Jones reference? I don't like him putting chemicals in the water. We gotta revert a save. I gotta keep the NCR on my side. Shunned again. Shunned again. Here.
If you would like me to die, no arguments from me. Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Gannon, you gotta take my anti-material rifle. But I'm not giving you any ammo for it because you're gonna waste it. Gannon with the anti-material rifle would be pretty wild, I think. I haven't discovered Camp Forlorn Hope yet. I can say this, but not the C word. Right? Sometimes that's just how it be. It do be like that sometimes. And then, okay, the last... Sorry. I really wanted to get to this one. Oh, shoot! I really wanted to get to this one, but the last YouTube channel I will mention, I will tag, I will say, you guys should watch it. I think you'd like it. Wizards with Guns. And a couple of my subs on YouTube are already subscribed to them, so I might be talking to the void here. But Wizards with Guns, dude, they are funny. And, like, some of it's just not that interesting. Like, some of the stuff that they're doing. But then a lot of it. Horno's Hole, the cursed magic weapons on TV at 2 a.m. Lothario's lidless bottle doesn't need a lid. Somebody put a lid on it. Gave the hollow rifle to Boone and ammo. He used it way better than I ever could. That's a good idea. You know, Zhang, you may have missed it, but I'm gonna eat that gecko egg, probably. Yeah, getting the Enclave armor was a Herculean task that cost the life of Boone. Ooh, yummy. There we go, got rid of 8 pounds there. Okay, where's Forlorn Hope? I gotta go that way? That way. The way that it is. Would you shake hands with Mario, or would you spit in his face because his dirty plumber gloves are covered in toilet water? Here's what I will say about Mario. God bless plumbers. Micro taught me to respect plumbers for how hard they work and the nasty junk they do. But got him. Gotcha. But okay, so I got the utmost respect for plum boys. However, every plumber I've ever met stinks to high heaven. Smells very, very bad. Stinky dinky. Oh my gosh, the auto mod's catching you a lot. I like how the game involves murdering prisoners and I can't say coward. I'm going to allow that one. Again, yes, all this, but you can't say the C word. Murder, totally fine. And again, I got to eat some human flesh or something. Strength -1. At least it doesn't stack, right, guys? Yeah, but every plumber I've ever met. Oh, that's not good. That's not freaking good. It's okay, though. We're going to be okay, guys. Pulse slugs, flechette. That goes through the wings pretty well, I think. Oh, dragon's breath. Kill him with fire. Good lord. Hey, 1 shot, 3 kills. I'll take it, man. Gang of Cazadors. Was this a nest or something? I'm just trying to get to Forlorn Hope, bro. Yeah, so would I shake his hand if he took his gloves off, maybe? The fire went by him and killed him. Yeah, the idea that the ranger is like, yeah, you know what we gotta do is we gotta blast these prisoners. Sorry, bud. Dead creature. Oh, I forgot. We love communist Russia. The Red Scare. The Red Scare. Are you referring to the podcast or are you referring to the actual Red Scare? What do we got here? We got Forlorn Hope. Are we close at least? No, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to the... I gotta go this way to get to Forlorn Hope. No saying the C word in my stream. Sorry, guys. This is... My mom watches this stream. Please, no cussing. I actually tuned into someone on Twitch. I don't know if they were playing Minecraft or Fallout, but it was like, my mom watches this stream. Please don't curse. I was like, whoa. Okay. I'm not cursing, but... because I don't really curse, but gosh dang. I believe in McCarthyism. It's like I always say, the greatest director of the late 50s is Elia Kazan, who directed A Face in a Crowd. Or A Face in the Crowd? A Face in Crowd, right? Theo Vaughn had a plumber on his show, and that dude says he eats his lunch. James, I ain't reading that. I ain't reading that, James. That's the most vile thing I've ever heard, bro. Why would I wash my hands? It adds flavor. What? Yeah, man. I don't know. And all their tools always smell like dookie. Which makes sense. because all their tools are always touching Dookie. If I was a plumber, I would probably, on the regular, be, that was an accident, because I tapped the trackpad. You know what? I'm going to turn the trackpad off. That's one thing I could do. Ugh. Sometimes I do things and I think maybe I'm not too bright. You know what? I'm just gonna go to Nelson. I'm gonna free those guys, and then I'm gonna go up to the Rangers. I'll just follow them to the Rangers that are right up there, right? Here we go. Right in the middle by the telephone poles, right? What have we here? Okay. Untie him. Untie him. Untie him.
Whoa! Whoa!
What do we have? Do we got mongrels or something? Dead mongrel. When he told Theo that, Theo was like, oh my gosh. Hell yeah, brother. Theo Vaughn's into some whack stuff, man. Wow, that's a lot of rads. That is a lot of rads. Hey, no. No. So I think what we're going to do today for the stream, now that the stream is an hour and a half in and nearly over, is we're just going to help the NCR take Nelson. Right? I go to the abandoned BOS bunker and go tell the freaking doofus that I rescued his men. And then I might go to just chatting. I do need to use the restroom for a minute, so I might do like a quick little run a 1 minute ad or something while I use the restroom, if you guys don't mind, and then we'll go to just chatting and we'll just chat it up. We'll just chat it up, because I think like a little bit of chatting is kind of nice, especially like at this point in the game where a little bit of it is like spinning wheels. It almost feels like. Okay, no, I'm going back to Nelson. I'm going back to Nelson, and we're gonna do the whole thing. Okay, so from the crucifixion spot, I'm gonna retrace my steps because I keep getting lost. From where they were being crucified, it was like up this road, right? Or was it up that road? Adam Fall? Okay. I'm going to read... Enclave, don't you even worry. You know I'm going to read it. You know I'm going to read it. When Joseph McCarthy gathered outside Disneyland with his supports to stop Nikita Khrushchev from entering, I shed a tear. That didn't actually happen, but Nikita Khrushchev did want to go to Disneyland when he visited, and they wouldn't let him due to security concerns. Well, yeah, what if he tried to kill Walt Disney? The greatest American to ever live, right? One of the best. One of the greatest Americans. Not a single thing wrong that he ever did. Ever, ever, ever. Zhang, you got your butt handed to you? I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. I gotta figure out how to do that. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure it's up this way. Yeah. Yeah, see, this feels like it's the right way to go. If I get lost, I'm gonna be pissed. Stinky commie, don't touch my Disneyland. Yeah, Walt Disney was a lot of things. He was anti a lot of things. My breakfast of a slice of meatloaf and stuffing from turkey dinner was great. Hopefully not from Thanksgiving, right? How am I unable to find this place now? Hopelessly lost. There it is. Okay, we got it. We got it, ladies and germs. We got it. But we're not going to kill him this time. And we're going to quick save when we meet him. That's the key. I am going to eat some of that brisket for breakfast. I will tell you that. Some of the brisket from yesterday, from Easter. That'll be pretty good.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Hold up.
Yeah, hold up. I just
This
rescued
area
the
is locked
hostages,
down
bro.
by the NCR military
Freaking
until
dork.
we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson.
They're disarmed, bro.
My apologies, but that name and face ain't ringing the old school bell upstairs. Afraid I
Stuff
can't
for
let you through
dinner
until
for
the
Easter.
situation's
Nice,
settled.
nice, nice. Okay. You may not know me.
But since that's not likely,
The
the
hostages
troopers
are already
won't go
rescued,
down
bro.
and- Problem is, I have to admit, I'm not authorized to pay for contract work, but here's something for the effort, and I'll make sure everyone hears about what you
I
did.
should have quick saved.
Thanks. All you
What'd he
need
give
is
me?
one Ranger protecting the monorail.
What'd he give
You
me?
don't even need to feed him that much.
Caesar's Legion Infamy, 50 bottle caps. All right, well, one ranger protecting the monorail.
Howdy. What's the word?
See you around.
Bye.
I gotta quick save it. There we go.
Howdy. What's the word?
What's the word? Do you have time for questions?
Troopers tried moving down from Forlorn Hope because we got this big gap between there
Yeah.
and Searchlight.
Spread way
Turns
too
out
thin.
We were spread too thin. We took
Boring
too much
work,
time
James.
setting
God
up
bless.
Nelson
I'm so
and
sorry,
we
bro.
managed to hop over to
So sorry.
Colorado and attack before things were settled. There's Novak due west. The 188's north on the... Hey, hold on. Just so you know, if you go down into that camp, one of two things is going to happen. Either that little head of yours is going to sail into the Colorado
Yeah.
courtesy of a Legion machete,
Ha, ha, ha.
or they're going to try to make friends with you. And if I find out you're friends with the Legion, I'll put a lump of lead through your skull as soon as you pop it back up over the ridge.
I see why I told him he
Are we
needed to be
clear?
knocked down a few pegs.
Much obliged.
What a
Alright, guys, with the
disrespectful
mono-
guy.
Howdy.
Rail back to work. Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole. Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
You guys are hurt. Hey! Now that's what I call a good time. Okay. Well, we cleared out Nelson. I think that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to go to just chatting, and I'm going to hit a quick little... I'm going to hit a quick little ad, I think. If you guys don't mind, just so I can go use the restroom. Ba-boom. Okay. Never fear, Carruthers is here. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, let's chat. Let's chat about some things. What's going on with everybody? What's going on? What is up? What do we have happening in America? I'm gonna take a look at the interwebs and see what kind of things we can find. Okay, we're gonna complete all those. Cool. Let's see. We can talk about the news, which is kind of cringe, because I don't think anyone wants to hear about the news. That's why you guys watch me play Fallout. Or we could talk about Fallout and how fun that game is. Or we could talk about the fact that Fallout is coming. We're on our way, ladies and germs. We're on our way. Now, a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, I discussed how there's a district in Texas that is probably going to elect Brandon Herrera as their congressman. And I think that it's, like him or not, you know, whether you like that change or not, the reality is that it signals a shift in politics that has kind of been going on since the country started, right? If you look back at George Washington, he was the general of the Continental Army. If you look a little bit further ahead, it was like, you know, a bunch of like gentlemen, noblemen, avid readers, people who knew how to read, which I know is kind of rare. And, you know, people, statesmen, right? John Adams, you think of Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer, he was a congressman. And that's kind of how you became president, is you would be enclave. Gosh dang it. The VOMs, dude. You would be a statesman, you become a congressman, maybe a senator, and then you'd run for president. And that's kind of how it's been until George H.W. Bush. He was the director of the CIA before he became the president. And then his son just kind of became the president. He wasn't really doing much. Next thing you know, Donald Trump, reality TV star and world famous real estate mogul and famous rich man, is the president, right? Again, like him or hate him, it signals a shift. We went from popularity based on stateship or statesmanship to popularity based on popularity. And so we went from having statesmen as our like political leaders to having a reality personality as a political leader, right? And you can kind of see it not just in Trump, but like Dan Bongino, deputy director of the FBI. Dan Bongino is a gosh dang he's a commentator from Fox News. And again, I'm not saying he has no qualifications to be the deputy director of the FBI. What I am saying is he ain't no statesman. He's not 10 years on the force and I'm ready to become the deputy director of the FBI. I was a commentator on Fox News and now I'm the deputy director of the FBI. And so now with a YouTuber like Brandon Herrera becoming a congressman, almost definitely, because I think it was Santos was the guy's name, dropped out of the race, and it's a conservative enough district that he will win. I'm pretty sure. I think it signals a shift away from old media more than even a political shift. That reality TV stars are not really as popular as they used to be, and now new media has come in and taken over. And with that shift, again, a couple weeks ago we talked about it, we were like Mr. Beast president by 2032, and it's like probably, man. I mean, like, honestly, how many of those 100 million subscribers do you think are Americans, right? Also, I don't know, I'm not like a big Mr. Beast fan. I actually kind of don't like Mr. Beast. I'm not like a hater or anything. I'm just not really a fan. I don't like his videos very much. But I saw a little bit of his 10-year video where it was like when he started YouTube, he uploaded a video private and he scheduled it to release 10 years later. And he's talking about, like, if I don't have 1 million subscribers by now, I've probably wasted my entire life, you know? And it's like, it's kind of a funny thing to say, but also you think about it, like, he's got 100 million subscribers. He might even have more than that. And it's just bananas, man. Alrighty. Ooh, I want to know if TV stars are going to go the way of the dinosaur. Golly, I wish, man. And listen, it's not that I hate TV stars. It's that TV stars are paid to do one thing. What are they paid to do, ladies and gentlemen? Lie. Okay? And this is nothing against actors. It's just the actual skill of acting is pretending to be someone you're not. I do not think that that is a good individual to look at for political commentary and for authenticity, which I do think are important things for politics, right? And so you look at these famous people, actors, and then they say things political, and you're like, you could pay them to say anything. You could pay them to not to make it, particularly gross, but you can. They get paid to kiss people they don't like. Of course, you can pay them to say whatever you want. So when they say things, sometimes it might be true, but I think a lot of times it's not. And I think the idea that old media should have some sway in politics is a pretty bad idea, because if you look at new media, YouTube, streamers, not that they're the cream of the crop or the pinnacle of intelligence, but when it comes to authenticity, there is significantly more authenticity in gosh dang new media than there is in old media. Say what you will about Hassan Piker and Asmongold, these two who are these warring, right and left political commentators, but Asmongold and Hassan, you cannot say that they are liars, right? They might lie from time to time, but like the persona is not a false persona, I don't think. I think at some point you have to admit who they are is who they are. And they're being somewhat authentic in that. And I think authenticity is an interesting part and an important part of politics. And so let's see. The original stuff was good, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I remember a couple years ago I watched one of Mr. Beast's videos about like filling a pool or filling a backyard with Orbeez, and the thumbnail was like Orbeez up to your chest. So I clicked on it, and it's like they filled a pool with Orbeez, and don't get me wrong, they probably spent like $5,000 on Orbeez. But I don't appreciate the clickbait, right? Video killed the radio star, and now the video stars are on the block next. Yep, YouTube killed the video star. I'm waiting for the Buggles to release a new song. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't re-release that song. It was a hit, right? YouTube killed the video star. Alrighty. Can we guess what will kill the internet stars? I think it's equally as likely that it'll be AI or a lone gunman. Not to make light of that, but it does seem that stream snipers have gotten a little more brazen lately. Oh man, full circle to in-person theater. I do think in-person theater might be the next step. Theater stars will kill the internet stars. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's coming down the pike. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I think about the future and what is to come. A lot of people saying we got to burn it to the ground and start fresh. I don't know if I agree or disagree entirely, It's one of those things that the longer you watch, the longer you realize there's a lot of problems. And they could probably be fixed, but the system itself is, I guess, fixed against being resolved, if that makes sense. Like, the system is a self-perpetuating bureaucratic system, and the idea that a a self-persisting bureaucratic system would solve itself ever is very unlikely. And you look at the popularity of people like Rand Paul, and there is popularity there, and the people who like him love him. But at the same time, there is not a broad appeal to someone who says things like, we need to make it so that Congress can't make money on stocks when they're in Congress. Nobody likes that. Well, I shouldn't say that. Nobody who has the authority to make laws likes that. But I do think that it's a problem that can be solved at a state level. Again, I'm not a political commentator, so I don't want to give you guys like my political takes necessarily. But you think about the problem of congressmen going into Congress with a net worth of $500,000 and leaving Congress with a net worth of $50 million on a $150,000 salary for 10 years. And you go, well, $150,000 times 10 is $1.5 million. Where'd the rest of it come from? So it's obviously a problem. And I think everybody, all the people agree that it's a problem. But why would Congress ever pass a law to make it illegal for them to trade stocks? But the states can solve this issue at a state level because the states are the ones who send their congressmen to Capitol Hill. And if the states pass laws that said any congressman, right, that has an increase in net worth while in Congress of more than 100% will be immediately impeached and fined by the state. Because the assumption, and I think it's a reasonable assumption, is that the congressman is selling out their constituents, right? So if you have a congressman that goes into Congress at a net worth of $1 million and he is in Congress and his net worth reaches $2 million, boom, immediately impeached, and you can fine him for whatever, $100,000. It doesn't have to be the full amount of money that they increased, but it should be a grip ton, right? And I think if you introduce a law like that, the states would have no reason not to pass it. And once you start regulating on the lower level, because remember, it is we the people that send these congressmen to Congress. It is we the people and the states independently that choose senators and choose congressmen. And if they put that control in place, I think that you would find Congress is now being served by people that are not out for their own interests and selling out their constituents. Let's see what Enclave had to say about it. A nation of action, not words, ruled by strength, not committee, where the law changes to suit the individual, not the other way around, where power and justice are back where they belong in the hands of the people. That sounds like it's a Rand Paul quote. Am I right there? Is that a Rand Paul quote? Sounds like something Rand Paul would say. Not sure where that is from, Enclave, but I feel this is a nation ruled by sway. Yeah, Howard, it's sometimes it gets a little tough. You look around and you're like, wait a minute, who said this was a good idea? This seems like a garbage idea, right? America is diseased, rotten to the core. There's no saving it. We need to pull it out by the roots. Wipe the slate clean, burn it down, and from the ashes a new America will be born, evolved but untamed. The weak will be purged, and the strongest will thrive. Free to live as they see fit. They will make America great again. That sounds like something President Kimball would say. No, that sounds like something the Enclave would say. Oh, Enclave, that makes a lot of sense. Are these just your quotes from your journal? These are just your opinions? You know, and I don't know. I also think that a lot of people don't realize how much authority they have over state law by choosing state senators and state assemblymen. And I think a lot of times people just vote downline R, downline D, and it's like a lot of times these state senators and state assemblymen will campaign in your district, and they'll come and they'll talk to people. And if you just tell them, like, hey, you're losing my vote and everybody I know's vote if you don't represent us. And when I say represent us, I mean I need you to intervene in the actions of our state representatives at a national level, because you do have the authority to pass laws at a state level. And if the state delegitimizes a congressman or a senator, a national congressman or senator, then that congressman or senator will be delegitimized. There's no, I guess there's no way around that. And I worry that there is not as much of a I worry that there's not a desire to do that because there's aspirations to develop past that. You still don't get it. I'm using war as a business to get elected so I can end war as a business. In my new America, people will die and kill for what they believe, not for money and not for oil, not for what they're told is right. Every man will be free to fight his own wars. I should have realized that this was from Metal Gear Rising. Armstrong. Oh my goodness. Senator Armstrong. You gotta love Senator Armstrong because say what you will about him, the man had principles. The man could not be bought. He reminds me of, and this is the movie assignment for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys ready for the movie assignment for the week? Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb by Stanley Kubrick. Please watch it. Please watch it. I'll link it in tomorrow's YouTube video description on like Prime, but you can probably get it on like YouTube or something. Gosh dang, Senator Armstrong and Colonel Jack Ripper, which by the way, Kubrick on the nose with that one. Jack Ripper, are we joking here? Colonel Jack Ripper, but what a gosh dang movie. If you haven't seen Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, you need to watch it. First of all, the pilot of the B-20 or of the B-52 is the guy from Blazing Saddles, and if you haven't seen Blazing Saddles, please watch that. That is an incredible, hilarious film. But Dr. Strangelove for me was a very important movie because I watched it and I said, I think I get it. I think I get it. This is a satire, but it's not just a satire on the political elite, and it's not just a satire on the military-industrial complex and war as a racket. It's a satire on the people that watch this happen and don't do anything to change it. In America, it's a representative government, and many countries throughout the world are representative governments to some form, and they just let the government oppress and abuse them with no desire to change things, or at least no hope to change things, no belief that they actually could. And I wonder if Nuclear Armageddon, Fallout's Wasteland, and a number of other difficulties could be avoided if the people, right, the people stood up and said, I don't think that the government is serving me any longer. Think about the founding fathers of the United States writing the Declaration of Independence and signing their own death warrants in the Continental Congress, right? John Hancock at the top, real big so Fat George could read it. Writing the Declaration of Independence saying that when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for a people to divorce from the government because the government exists by the will of the people. And when it ceases to carry out the will of the people, it ceases to be a government. This idea has been lost, I feel like, on a lot of, not just America, but the whole world. You look at the World Economic Forum, and I don't want to, again, are they evil? Maybe. Are they a bunch of rich people that are trying to influence the entire world using their financial largesse? That's a fact. And we just, like, the people of the world just let that happen and go, well, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna do population control and force morality on people that is objectionable, like objectively objectionable morality. And there's just nothing can be done about it because they're in charge and we're not. And it's like, dude, all you got to do is say, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to vote for these people that serve the World Economic Forum. I'm not going to vote for these people that consistently act against my interests, that consistently lie to me and tell me what they're going to do is going to help me, and then when they do it, it doesn't. You know? Should we eat explosive diarrhea foods with this Love the Bomb movie? I do think that Taco Bell goes really well with How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. So I probably will. Howard, you can do a little Freddy's. Watch the movie. Will I? I might eat some Taco Bell. Enclave says, I love spending $40 for food that sucks and spending an hour in the cinema bathroom and missing most of the movie having eaten all the food before the trailers end. That's the key. You go to the movie theater and you pay $16 for a large popcorn. It lasts 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And an extra large Coke, that's another $12. Yeah, Howard, you pay for an idea that you'll have a good time. You won't. I promise you, you will not. You will not. I don't go to the theaters. I'm not going to eat Long John Silver's. We talked about this yesterday. There are some lines I'm not willing to cross. Beyond Meat might be one of them. Long John Silver's definitely is. I am not going to Long John Silver's. You will have to. If someone gifts 100 subs, I'll eat Long John Silver's. But until that happens, until I get 100 subs gifted by someone, I'm not eating Long John Silver's. I'll do an unarmed Deathclaw fight. I'll do an unarmed stream. I'll do a gosh dang whatever it takes before I do Long John Silver's. Boone's dead. Boone doesn't want anything except for as they said in another Kubrick film, Full Metal Jacket, the dead know only one thing, that it is better to be alive. What an incredible movie that was. And we'll watch that later. But right now we got to get the baseline done. We've talked about Eyes Wide Shut. We've talked about Full Metal Jacket. We've talked about The Shining. It's time to start where it all began. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. What an incredible film. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. You will like it. I promise you, if you watch my stream, you will like that movie. And if you watch my stream and you don't like that movie, come into my stream tomorrow, tell me you hated it. Tell me why you hated it. Because I don't think you will. I think the chances of anyone not liking that movie is so low. And it does take a little bit of an ascended. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. Okay? And to be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Dr. Strangelove. Well, not really, because it's hilarious. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Colonel, wasn't this supposed to be caught on like on the Colonel's, or General, wasn't this supposed to be caught on the Colonel's psychological evaluation? Yes, Mr. President. And it wasn't? Yes, Mr. President. It's just he's chewing gum. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. What a great movie, man. You'll be accepted by the NCR and all the rest if you show your remorse for the bloodshed and eat Long John Silver. I will not eat Long John Silver. Stop asking me to eat Long John Silver's, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't care. The only thing that would make me eat Long John Silver's is 100 gifted subs, Hello Howard. You know what you need to do. Go find a rich person that wants to gift 100 subs. Or if I hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, I might do it. I might do it if I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. But those are the two things that might make me eat Long John Silver. So go clip this and send it to Beluga. Tag Beluga in a clip. And say, Beluga, send viewers to this guy's live stream and make them subscribe so that he eats Long John Silver's. But I am not. I'm not going to do Long John Silver's anything short of that. And honestly, I don't know if 1,000 subscribers or 100 gifted subs is worth my life. Because that's what you're asking me to do. You're asking me to risk my life to eat that garbage. I could die if I even look at the food that Long John Silver serves. Which, by the way, does anybody know what Long John Silver serves? I think it's fish. Which I don't really like in the first place. But I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, we were talking about politics. And we were talking about Long John Silver's. What else is there to discuss? Politics, Long John Silver's, Stanley Kubrick films. I think that's pretty much the entirety of human history, right? If you go back 5,000 years, they had nothing. Because they didn't have Long John Silver's. They didn't have politics. They just had grug. They had club. They had club with nails. They had forever sleep, right? And that's about it. They had the cave and the shadows, but it's like Plato said. When you're in the cave, all you know is the cave. When you leave the cave, all you know is not the cave. And so really right now is what you should consider when you think about the cave, right? I need real food as I usually do at this time of day. Yeah, it's getting pretty late here. It's almost 7 o'clock, which means it's almost time for me to sign off for good. And ladies and gentlemen, when I sign off for good, I want you to know something. I've enjoyed the stream. I've enjoyed having you. Control Station Enclave, James Bell, Hello Howard, Zhang, anyone watching, lurking, considering the value of my actions in the wasteland, considering the morality of the violence that I commit in the wasteland, when there is no law, no rule, and no authority. You know, they say integrity is what you do when no one's watching. But I think integrity is what you do when you boot up Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 and you go to Nuketown or whatever it's called, freaking Megaton. You know? What do you do? What do you do when you go Fallout 3 and there's there's stuff to do. There's options. How do you handle those options? Do you join the Legion in Fallout New Vegas? I don't. Because I'm a good person. Do I commit war crimes? Occasionally. There are no war crimes, though. And that's the point of Fallout. Guys, war. War never changes. What do we mean war never changes? When the world was swallowed by atomic fire, what remained? War. War remained. The idea of war crimes is the idea that you can do something in war that is morally wrong. What could you do in war that's morally wrong? If my enemies are ontologically evil, what can I do to them that is morally wrong? That's a question for you. Yeah, the Legion is cockroaches. I agree. And what do we do with cockroaches? That's right. We gun them down after they've surrendered in Minecraft. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a fabulous day. Thank you for tuning in to the JD CAROTHERS Show. And I will catch you on the next one. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.